Welcome everybody to match day 13 here at Memorial Stadium, where in today's matchup is between the visiting Gorham Rams and your Deering Rams. It is the battle of the Rams here in tonight's game. And both of these teams are on the opposite end of the top 12 seeds for the tournament. Gorham currently the number 1 seed at 10 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. And Deering the number 12 seed at 4 wins, 6 losses, and 2 ties.
So does that mean that if there's still a good chance that Deering will not drop out of the top 12 though, right?
Yeah, especially against this Gorham team, if they lose this game, they most likely will stay at that 12 spot. But for Deering, if you can somehow get a win out of this or even a tie, that could skyrocket you in the standings, and you would then play a team that's in the 6-7 seed range rather than having to play the 5th seed if you're the 12th seed.
Yeah, being this low in the tournament bracket is not, like you said, not where you want to be because, you know, here we are at the end of the season. They're facing the number 1 team, and then going into the playoffs, they're going to face a team that's fairly high up in the standings. And, you know, you don't want to get knocked out that first game. So you really want to show something here and hope that something happens, because anything can happen on any given day.
Yeah, looking at Gorham, their only loss came to the number 2 seed, Wyndham, and that was a 4-3 loss. The only other blemish on Gorham's record was a tie all the way in the beginning of the season to Scarborough, who is the current 4th seed. That was a 1-1 tie.
Well, and that goes to show you the type of team that Deering is going to face, because, you know, sometimes you have a team comes in and they may have a loss or 2 or a couple of ties, and sometimes those are against teams that, you know, are near the bottom, like where Deering is. But Gorham's only blemishes, like you said, are against really good teams. So, which goes to show you the class that this Gorham team is in.
For the Deering side, they've had a tough season, but the great thing about this team is they never quit, no matter if they're down 1-0, 2-0. Looking at their schedule, they only lost by 2 to the Wyndham, the number 2 seed. They lost by 3 to the Chevrolet team, which is the number 3 seed. So this team is not easily put away. So Gorham's definitely going to have to be on their A game with this team, especially with the striker Elsa Freeman, who can put on the jets and get around the back line of any team.
Yeah, which we've seen this season. And, you know, this is one of those games that, like you said, Gorham's really got to be playing has to play very carefully with this, because it could end up going in a direction that they're probably coming in thinking it's not going to go.
And so this is also senior night, so we'll hand it over to the announcer,
John Coyne.
Good afternoon to all, and welcome to Deering High School in our presentation to our senior girls soccer program team. Each year, Deering High School is proud to have student athletes who represent the school and the Deering High School community through their hard work both on and off the field. Today we would like to recognize our 6 senior members of the girls soccer program, who are, for the last time, representing their Rams on the home field. Each has contributed to the history and the tradition of the Daring Rams girls soccer program during their time, and we'd like to honor them for their hard work and dedication. Our first senior is number 10, forward Isa Garcia. Isa has played varsity all 4 years at Daring and for 14 years in her career. Isa will be joined on the field by her parents, Andy, Maite, and sister Andrea. Isa also participated in indoor and outdoor track for Daring. She plans to continue her education in pursuit of a degree in sports management. Her favorite Daring memory is going undefeated against rival Portland. Our next senior is number 19, defender, midfielder, Violet Bloom Levine. Violet has played soccer all 4 years here at Daring and is joined on field by her parents Jeff and Kristen. Violet has also participated in indoor and outdoor track and the debate club. She had plans to further her education in pursuit of mechanical engineering. Her favorite Daring memory is beating rival Portland in the last minute 2 years in a row. Our next senior has worn number 0 and number 23 this season. Goalkeeper and defender, Amir Lowe. Amir has played all 4 years of soccer here at Daring and is joined by his parents, Catherine and Richard. Amir participated in sailing, mock trial, orchestra, theater, math team, and rock climbing club at Casco Bay High School. He is deciding between Bates, MIT, and Harvard to study in a STEM field. Amir's favorite Daring memory is formally becoming the keeper in his sophomore year. Our next senior is number 18, midfielder, striker, Captain Elsa Freeman. Elsa has played varsity all 4 years for Daring High School and is joined on field by her parents, Josh and Ann, sister Matilda, and grandmother. Elsa also participated in lacrosse and indoor track for Daring High School. She will continue playing soccer at Division I, Boston College. Her favorite Daring memory was last year's dub against Portland High School. Our next senior is number 20, center back, Captain Maya Landry. Maya has played varsity all 4 years for Daring and is joined on field by her parents, Jean and Rita, and brother Daniel. Maya also participated in indoor track and outdoor track, student government, and the debate club. Maya plans on continuing her education in pursuit of a degree in engineering. Her favorite Daring soccer memory is beating Portland in overtime on homecoming night. And our final senior is number 8, attacking center mid, Annika Ginn. Annika has played varsity all 4 years at Daring. Annika will be joined on the field by her father, Leon. Annika also participated in indoor and outdoor track for Daring. She plans to continue her education at the collegiate level. Her favorite Daring memory is beating Portland 2 consecutive years. One more round of applause as our seniors gather on the ramp one more time for a group picture. Congratulations to our seniors, Annika, Isa, Violet, Amir, Elsa, and Maya. Take in this moment as your last home match here at Deering High School. What a great picture of the class of 2025, our seniors for the Deering High School Ram. Well waited for, we'd like to welcome you to Memorial Field, the home of the Deering High School Rams. The girls soccer program would like to welcome our opponents, the Gorham Rams, for today's match. Let's introduce the squads. We'll begin with the visitors from Gorham High School. Number 5, Piper Forbes. Number 6, Lily Tukey. Number 7, Bailey Hatch. Number 13, Lindy Moreland. Number 14, Julia Reed. Number 15, Ashley Connolly. Number 16, Hadley Forrest Foster. Number 23, Logan Dowdy. Number 24, Jackie Parento. Number 25, Elle Hanley. And in net for Gorham, number 2, Lydia Spear. Gorham's coached by Gene Zerilli. And now the starters for your Deering High School Rams. Freshman number 2, Natalie Cameron. Number 7, Vice Captain Junior Sophia Nieves. Number 8, Senior Annika Ginn. Number 10, Senior Isa Garcia. Number 11, Sophomore Elise Brighting Brown. Number 15, Sophomore May Emery. Number 18, Senior Captain Elsa Freeman. Number 19, Senior Violet Bloom Levine. Number 20, Senior Captain Maya Landry. Number 23, Senior Amir Lowe. And then net for your Rams tonight, number 0, Freshman Annabelle Price. Rams are coached by Paul Cameron, assisted by Tony Abo. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and face the open end of Memorial Field as we honor America and those who defend it.
And here we go for the start of this game. Gorham starting off with the ball. It's going to be kicked towards the sideline. It's stopped by Doughty. And Landry will get it up the field. And Freeman trying to get there. And it was kicked out.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised at that, but then again, it's early in the game. But this is an opportunity for Deering. And the defender, maybe not knowing who's coming up behind, didn't want to kick it back.
Freeman trying to get it in there. It deflects to Ginn. And kicked out once again. Deering putting on pressure. It's popped up and takes a funky bounce.
I guess.
But Spear able to get it on the second bounce. Ginn will get the turnover, but Gorham will get it back. And I don't know for Gorham, but they have started off pretty shaky with a lot of turnovers in the middle of the field.
You know, and this Deering team could take advantage of that.
And it gets by. It's Forge. And it ends up getting to Garcia. Almost another turnover. And the ball will be kept in.
Good hustle right there by Gorham.
It ends up falling to Reed. And it's going to be an offsides.
Yeah, I know the player for Gorham trying to stay on sides could see that play developing and was like, kick it. You know, but just got a little too ahead. So that's one of those opportunities that got away from Gorham.
Great way to win the ball for Deering by Annika Ginn. Freeman able to get around, but kicking it too hard out of bounds. Off of low, out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean...
No, it's a Deering throw.
Yeah, it went right between her feet. It never touched her.
To Reed.
Just like that. Yeah, right between her feet. Never touched her. So the referee's got some good eyes there.
And ball finds Freeman. It's taken by Forges. And the shot is wide for Conley.
Yeah, good defense right there. Kept pushing the Gorham player away and further down the field from the net. That would have been a tough shot, which it was.
It's kicked up. And it's it's not kept in.
Oh, that looked pretty close from up here.
Anik again almost keeping it.
I mean, the referee's right down the line, and I think the referee was explaining that it just went out by a whisper.
Low. Again. Will split the defense.
Entering into that for your Rams, number 9, Vesta McCarroll, Christmas.
And that goes off of Christmas. And Conley will try to get it up to Forges, but it's offsides once again, so that's her second offsides.
Well, and Darren needs to be a little worried about those kind of plays, because one of these times it's not going to be offsides and it's going to be free reign to the net.
Takes a deflection. It falls to the foot of Garcia. Garcia's pass to Freeman, taking her backwards. Nieves, it's a turnover. Nieves will get it back, putting it towards the sideline. Now we'll try to get it to Christmas. Reed. And booted down the field by Parentu. Just over 32 and a half minutes to go in the first half. It's a turnover. Forges putting it into the corner for Conley. Forges will cross it in, and it's back out towards Christmas. Christmas will get the deflection. And we're going to get a foul on Gorham.
Yeah, I think that was holding. Keeping the arm down of the Darren player, not letting her get around her.
It gets up. Christmas. And the ball goes right through her legs. She'll keep it, getting it to Freeman. Freeman running pass, getting into the box, will shoot it towards the net, and it's kicked out by Bailey Hatch for a Deering corner.
Well, that's what you work hard for. Now you got to set up a play for a potential goal here.
Corner is being taken by Vesta Christmas. It's low. It takes a deflection out. It's picked up by Reed. Reed with space. And it gets as far as Brown.
Is that a handball?
Maya Landry will take it. Booting it in there. It falls and takes a deflection for Annika Ginn. Best chance for Deering as the kick goes to Garcia. Takes a deflection. It's kicked up Landry will get there and able to kick it off of Piper Forges.
Wow. You couldn't ask for a better play than that. Two options, kick it out yourself or kick it off your opponent. And she kicked it off the opponent. That was great.
Deering able to get off that sideline. It's up to Freeman, brings it down. Freeman kicking it up. And that's going to roll out. Pass was intended for Isa Garcia.
Into the line of the first ball, number 8, Tessa White, number 21, Rylan McGinnis.
Just over 29 minutes to go in the first half.
And I have to say that Deering has definitely held its own.
And it's going to be a foul on Deering.
I mean, they're pretty close to putting something together.
Out to Christmas. Christmas can't quite keep it. Reed will get it into the corner. Nieves running it down and pushing it out, so Gorham will get a throw.
The Deering defense is playing real good, tough defense.
It's hit into the air.
Dangerous.
And out on Gorham. There was 3 Deering players in the area, but it went off the head of Julia Reed. Freeman will bring it down. And trying to get it to Christmas. It's too close to the sideline. Takes a deflection. Landry getting it to Christmas. Christmas can't bring it down. Reed got it for Gorham. Conley trying to get it into the penalty box. And that errant pass goes out of bounds. Landry boots it out, but it's out of play. 26 and a half minutes to go in the first half. And the pass not hard enough to Christmas. It was Reed who got the intercepted the pass, but Deering will get a throw.
Yeah, you could see that play developing, and you're right. It just wasn't hard enough. And if it had, I think the ball would have made it way down the field.
Nieves bringing it down. An errant pass. Stays in. No, it goes out. Couple of plays now where the ball's been right on that yellow line.
And I'm sure at some point, just like tennis, they'll have VAR right down the line, and they'll be able to see if it's a 16th of an inch over the line or not, and call down the field and have play stopped, and someone's got to throw the ball in. I'm sure that'll be coming someday. If it's not already here, but I'm not sure.
Nieves will get it out wide to Christmas. And great play by White, trying to get her off the ball, giving Gorham possession. Forges getting it to the corner to Reed. Reed will cut back, cross it in, and it took a deflection off of Brown. Reed will keep possession.
Ooh.
It's going to be a corner with Landry kicking it out. So the first corner chance for Gorham with just under 24 minutes to go in the first half. Corner is being taken by Piper Forges. It's low. Freeman kicking it towards the sideline.
Well, even though it's a throw-in for Gorham, that was a great defensive play. It gets the ball far enough away from the net.
And the long-range shot is wide. So it's going to be a goal kick for Deering. Gorham now putting on pressure. Landry coming in. It's Garcia. Will kick it up, but not fast enough to get by Lindy Moreland. Reed will get it into
offsides?
the corner.
No.
To Conley. Conley will shoot it in there, and it was Price having strong hands to hit that.
Yeah, that's in that dangerous area, just off the tippity top of your fingers and the crossbar.
In the corner for Reed. Reed, and it's in. So the opening score is by Rylan McInnes.
Well, and the thing about that is McInnes came in from the backside so fast. Everyone was so concentrated on the Gorham player that was standing in front of the net, and the ball went right past everyone to a wide open Gorham player, and you couldn't ask for an easier goal.
So that goal comes at 21:58 on the clock in the first half. We'll see if Deering can get any pressure up the field, but Gorham's definitely taken over this game.
Well, we've seen some good flashes for Deering. They're very capable of putting one in the net.
Freeman getting it to Garcia. And almost getting it to Cameron, but it's back down the field.
Just a little bit in front. The ball's taken away. But
Assist to number 14, Julia Reed. Going Schultz, number 21, Rylan McGinn.
Brown in a battle and getting it away from Forges.
Yeah, kicking it out just to relieve some of that pressure that Gorham's now putting on.
It's kicked out. Garcia will get to it, booting it up. Garcia getting it to the middle of the field. No one able to settle it just yet. And that's going to have enough momentum to go out.
Oh, nice pass. Nice no-look pass.
And that is going to roll for a throw-in.
Yeah, Darren right here has got to get the ball in real quick before Gorham gets down there. Get the ball in.
It's booted down. Takes a couple deflection, falls to Conley, and just by the foot of Forges.
Yeah, this time it's a goal kick, which is good.
In the match for Gorham, number 20, Delaney Coyne.
And Freeman getting taken off the ball. It finds the foot of Reed. Nieves bringing it into space, but that kick getting too far out in front. Reed, and it's going to be an offsides for Coyne. Nieves booted into the corner. Brown, and it's crossed in. Freeman bringing it down. Deering not able to get it past the midfield without it going right to the back line of Gorham.
Yeah, a lot of high passes, making it a 50-50 chance for them to keep the ball. They got to keep the ball down on the turf on those passes. Every time they hit them up high, Gorham ends up getting the ball.
A reminder that the concessions are open.
And misplayed by Moreland, but Gorham able to get it up, and it's going to go wide for Ashley Conley.
Yeah, on that play, like I usually say, the eyes and the head knew where the ball needed to go, and the foot didn't cooperate at all.
It's off of Brown. And Brown able to muscle her way in there to get the ball away. It was intended for Garcia. Booted right back down the field.
Yeah, that was the defense you needed right then. Don't let anything develop.
Great passing by Deering. Freeman will get it in the midfield. Again. It's up to Christmas. Christmas not able to get there.
Oh, you know, you got to wonder if this game was at 10 in the morning versus this late in the evening, would there have been enough energy to get the ball? I might think that there would have been. You know, when you go to school all day and, you know, do everything you do, takes a little bit off that energy you would have had first thing in the morning.
Freeman will shoot it, and it's going to go wide. 14 and a half minutes to go in the first half.
Well, and as you can see, both teams have had 2 shots on goal, but it's Gorham with the 1-0 lead.
That one's towards the sideline. And it's misplayed, so Deering will get the throw in. And out of bounds on Deering. It's McInnes. Nope, sorry. It was Moreland bringing it into the corner, winning the throw-in. Deering's done a better job in the last couple of minutes at making sure that nothing gets towards the net, but Deering, if they're going to score a goal, they're going to have to put numbers up. And that's blocked by Landry.
Yeah, that was a good block.
Just crossed in there. Landry heading it up.
Gotta watch out for the push.
It's Ginn. Will get it up. Takes a Deering bounce. Freeman will get it. It's brought up. And Deering not able to get any further. Thrown into the corner, but too far out in front of Coyne. And we're going to get a foul on Gorham.
Push on as the ball came in. So far, it's been pretty good on fouls. Not too many so far.
Takes a bounce and kicking it out.
All right, this gives Darren a chance to set something up here.
That goes to Landry. Landry will get it to Freeman. Freeman getting it up.
Oh,
And it falls to Reed. Reed will get it up. It's 1-on, and that's in the back of the net for Ashley Conley.
yeah, no offsides on that one. And how many times have we seen up until that play, how many times have Gorham been offsides trying to do exactly what they did there? Darren's really going to have to be careful of those ones. I mean, because Gorham finally not offsides. And that was a long pass.
With 29 minutes and 43 seconds expired in this first half. Gorham's goal, scored by number 15, Ashley Connolly.
You know, and Gorham's had two fairly easy goals here.
Yeah, if Darren can somehow find the back of the net and get back into this game. Nieves kicking it up, and that's too hard. It's going to roll to Lydia Spear. 9 minutes to go. It is 2-0 Gorham over Deering. And it's going to be a handball on Ashley Conley.
And we don't have anyone chasing soccer balls around today, so the players going to have to get a couple of adults out of the stands, I think, to chase the balls around today. What do you think?
And that would have been a good free kick, but fell right to a Gorham head. And it's going to be a Deering throw.
The Gorham player trying to psych out the referee and then just drops the ball over like you were doing a salt shaker over your shoulder.
Deering gets a third consecutive throw. 7.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Well, I guess that's a way to move the ball down the field and set up a play every time. Wow, the Gorham player come flying right in and took the ball away.
It's put into the corner by Reed. And Brown there to get it out of pressure. Nieves kicking it up. It's Freeman who will cut back to the middle of the field. Is going to cross it in there. It fell to Christmas. And Ginn not able to get any pass on that one. going to be out on Gorham. That one's going to go out. Too hard off of Natalie Cameron. And that one goes out of bounds.
Oh.
And taken away by Ashley Conley. Conley will get it to the middle of the field. And it was Landry preventing anything on that shot by Julia Reed. Reed will get it and over the net by Piper Forges.
Yeah, those eyes must have got real big getting a free shot on goal and just roofed it over the top. But got a field goal, which doesn't count, but
that one is going to go out of bounds for Deering throw. Landry, it falls to Freeman.
oh,
It's kicked up in the air. Freeman will bring it down on the first touch. Landry trying to get it to Ginn. Yebes, and it was overran by Conley, who could have intercepted it. Deering, now Gorham gets it back. Borges will get taken off the ball by Brown. Brown will stop and spin, getting it back up the field. Christmas getting it to Ginn and kicked out.
that was great defense, though, initially on that play.
Three minutes to go in the first half. Reed able to keep the ball, gets it to Forges, and Brown turning the ball over. And it's going to be off of Conley, out of bounds. 2.5 minutes to go. Freeman able to keep it in, getting it off the sideline. Brown, Landry, and it's a turnover. Landry able to get it. Cameron putting it out to the sideline. Garcia. Christmas. It falls to Christmas. Freeman trying to do a spin.
Oh my gosh, that would have been beautiful.
Christmas cutting it, shooting it, and it's just wide. But Deering putting a great chance on the board but it's just wide, and that's what Deering's going to need to get back into this game.
Well, I mean, and you're right. That's all it's going to take. And if they can just drop one in here. But you could see the hard work and hustle.
It was a low kick, 1 minute to go. Put into the middle of the field. It's taken down by Nieves. Again, we'll spin around and taken away. Brown will get there, and a great misdirection to get the ball down the field. 20 seconds to go. 15. Freeman, couldn't quite get there. It falls to, and Gorham's just going to hold the ball till the horn sounds. And so halftime score is Gorham 2, Deering 0.
Well, and I have to say the last 5 minutes, the defense, especially Brown for Deering, was pretty darn good. Brown played really well there.
Yeah, Deering, tough second goal, letting Ashley Conley get wide open, running through the back line. There's really nothing any goalie can do when it's 1-on-none, but Deering letting up that second goal to make this a 2-goal lead for Gorham.
Well, and you could see it this whole first half. Gorham was setting up that play to happen at some point. They just happened to be offsides the 2 or 3 times prior to that wide open goal shot. So they've been setting that play up, and it finally happened.
Yeah, so we'll see if Deering can put any chance down the field. Yeah, like you said, the last 5 minutes was their best movement down the field. And I think if they just had like a couple more minutes, they could have potentially put one in the back of the net. But they're going to definitely have to put more pressure on Lydia Spear, who's been relatively quiet this game so far. And as a goalkeeper, you probably like not having to have much action near your net.
Yeah, you still want to stay warm, though, on a cool evening. So, but you're right. I mean, the options are too many shots or not enough. I think I'd take the not enough shots. So, but anyway, that's your first half here. Well played. I think Deering just needs to get that passing just a little bit better. They're hitting the ball high in the air, which makes it a 50-50 ball when it comes down. And, you waste a lot of time and energy fighting for those. They just need to keep it a little closer to the turf.
So the 2 goals were scored by Rylan McInnes and Ashley Conley. And so Deering's going to have to mount a comeback if they want any chance at making this a game. But the halftime score is Gorham Rams 2, Deering Rams 0. And we'll be back for second half action. And here we go for the start of the second half. 40 more minutes on the clock.
We'll see what Deering came up with. They don't have to fix much. I mean, I think they got what they need to do. The ball just needs to be a little bit more cooperative with them.
Falls to Reed. And that's going to find the foot of Forges. Forges will cross it in. Landry kicking it away. And it was pressure from Conley.
Well, that's a good start right out the gate for Gorham.
So Gorham will get their second chance at a corner, being taken by Logan Doughty. And it gets headed towards the net, but Annabelle Price there to catch it. 1 minute off the clock. It's headed up. It's kicked backwards and kicked out of bounds by Jackie Parentu. And that one's going to go out of bounds. A high throw bounces over everyone. Brown couldn't quite keep it, but Ginn coming back, taken away by Reed. And Brown will kick it up the field. And it's headed backwards. Brown will get to it. And that one's going to roll just on the other side of the flag, so it's going to be a throw-in.
Another good defensive play by Brown.
Brought down by Ginn. And it's booted back down.
Great save.
And Conley will cross it in. And Landry comes flying in to prevent that shot.
Yeah, that would have been close.
And it's going to go out for a corner. Thought that was off of a Gorham player, but ref says it went out on Deering, so it's going to be a third corner chance for Gorham. Once again, being taken by Logan Doughty. Freeman heads it into the space where there was no player. It's crossed in, but Price there to catch it. 36 minutes to go in this game. Brought down by Doughty. Crossed in there, and it's going to be off of Landry out of bounds.
Yeah, not much you could do about that, because you're in the 18-yard box and you got to be careful with your hands. You don't want a penalty shot, so the only thing they get is a corner kick.
So corner chance number 4. And it falls, and it's kicked out. Not far enough. It's tried to put it back in there.
Darren playing some good defense.
It's out wide to Forges. We'll cross it in, and it's by everyone. And Deering fortunate that didn't get deflected into the net.
Well, and as we saw with the first goal in the first half, that ball went right through everyone. And in the first half, it got kicked in to an open net. And you're right. Very fortunate there. Anything could have happened.
Takes a deflection. Falls to Cameron Brown. And booted up. Cameron. Gorham will get the ball back. Reed. Forges. It's Conley. And it's in the back of the net. Goal is scored by Logan Doughty.
Well, you know, unfortunately, the goalie for Deering had to come out to protect that side of the field. And it was kicked just light enough for the Gorham player to come back and tap it in just in front of the left pole. Another, you know, that's another easy goal.
So the score now, with 33 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock, it's 3-0 Gorham over Deering.
With 16 minutes and 10 seconds expired, Gorham's goal, scored by number 23.
But I do have to say that Deering's made Gorham earn every single goal that they've scored so far in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been easy for them to move the ball around this game, but, you know, those shots.
And it's going to be a goal kick.
Those shots have been to pretty much a wide open net. This last goal, the only thing that I think Gorham was worried about was that ball rolling past the post.
Gorham working it up. It's a turnover. Ginn will get it on the logo. Landry getting it up to Freeman. Freeman with two players. And it's a turnover. Conley will get it up the field. Brown preventing anything. It's another turnover. Forges. Conley getting it to Forges. And it's going to go out for a corner.
Well, Deering's starting to live on the edge here.
It's crossed in near post. Freeman heading it out. And it's booted up the field. Hanley
Yeah, no one there for Deering.
couldn't quite keep it in. And miscommunication between Doughty and Forges, giving Deering a throw with 30 and a half minutes to go. Takes a deflection. It's Landry kicking it out. Ginn couldn't quite bring it down with Reed pressuring. It's crossed in. Landry getting it to Ginn. It's kicked out.
Gorham with all the pressure so far this second half. So it looks like they went into halftime, had a discussion that they were just going to come out and spend 40 minutes of high-octane energy on this side of the field.
Yeah, and when you have the lead and it's 3-0, you can tend to play more conservatively, but Freeman with some space will get it up, trying to get it to Christmas. And great movement during still a 50-50 ball. And it's going to be a handball on Deering, taken quickly, but the ref blows the whistle. It's thrown into the corner. Reed forges. And then they're going to win a throw. Takes a deflection. It's crossed in, but it's going to go out of bounds.
Into the lineup for Deering is number 17, Vanessa Orlando.
And for Deering, they might not win the state championship this year, but it's about rebuilding the program back up to championship level. And that starts with giving playing time to the underclassmen.
Well, and the fortunate thing for Deering, as we saw at the beginning of the game, they're only graduating 6 seniors. So, I mean, that's a good thing. I think in the past we recorded one senior night. I think the Deering boys, like 11 of the 12 players, were all seniors, and that's tough.
It's in the corner. Reed. And that's in the back of the net.
On the far side.
That is goal number 2 for Ashley Conley.
Well, and when you shoot that ball to that side of the net, you're hoping that it doesn't go past everything, and got it right in just inside the post for a goal. And believe it or not, I think that was the toughest goal of the night out of the 4 goals.
Goal came at 26 13 left to go in this game. It's going to be a free kick.
Expired in the second half. Gorham's goal, scored by number 15, Ashley Connolly. Into the lineup for Deering.
Freeman.
Number 18, Elsa Freeman.
And for Deering, it's about trying to score a goal. It's going to be saved by Price.
Wow. And that was in the same spot that the last goal was scored. Just right inside the pole. Great kick save.
And another good thing for this Deering team is that this is just the first year for Annabelle Price, who is a freshman. So she'll have 3 more years, and things will only be looking up for this Deering team in terms of getting saves. And that, as a freshman, it's tough to play these top teams and try to get save after save after save without letting some go into the back of the net.
Well, and you're right. And out of any position on the field, you want to have a couple of good strikers up front, but you also need to have a very experienced goalkeeper who has a lot of game experience under their belt. And you're right. This goalkeeper is gaining valuable experience first year playing. And so you got 3 more years of great experience to come. And some of those goals may not be scored and decisions and stuff. So you're right. I think Deering's in a good spot because that's the one position you need. You need a good, steady goalkeeper.
Yeah, and also the tough thing about high school is that players come and go, with high school only being 4 years. You get 4 years to have certain players, and if you can get them right away into your varsity team, that's the best thing, because the more you play, the better you get. And that goes with any of the other underclassmen on this Deering team.
Well, and I do have to say there's a little caveat on that, in that in today's times, a lot of these schools don't have a JV program. So some of these players who are freshmen do need to play on the varsity team right away, whether they have a lot of experience or not, in whatever position they're in. So they're kind of forced to gain experience as they play. So it's kind of a double-edged sword there. So, like you, I think playing on the varsity level against some really good teams is worth, putting in your freshman as a goalkeeper to gain the experience.
Yeah, and with playing, you can't, because when you are playing as a freshman and that time comes when you are a senior and you look back and you go, this is how much I've grown since my freshman season, that playing experience, even if this game is probably out of reach for Deering, you can look back at this game and go, if I just touched the ball just a hair quicker, or if we got that pass just right, we could have scored a goal. But that's the learning experience you need as underclassmen. But like I said in the opening, this loss won't affect Deering in the standings, where Gorham is the top team in Class A South. "20 minutes to go. Gorham up 4-0. And it's going to be a throw-in for Deering. We'll see if they can get a score in this game, or if Gorham can hold the clean sheet. Throw is taken quickly. Garcia. And it's going to be a penalty about 5 yards outside of the penalty box.
Yeah, that
this
was
is going to be just like a corner. Maya Landry will take the free kick. It's in there and by everybody, and it's going to be kicked down the field just as far as Levine. It's going to get all the way down the field again. And that one is a foul. It's in the air.
Yeah, it's tough to move the ball, as I said, with that ball becoming a 50-50 ball every time you pop it up there.
So after this game, Deering finishes the season on the road. They are at Noble. And for Gorham, they are back at home to finish the season against Scarborough.
Wow, that'll be a good game.
And if Deering does hold their playoff spot, they will play around sometime next week for their first playoff game.
So what position is Noble in? right now that Deering's going to play their last game.
Currently in the standings, they are 15th.
So they're just right behind Deering then.
But I think Deering's done just enough to buy themselves a playoff spot. 16 minutes to go in this game. But if Deering does hold that 12th seed, they will travel for their tournament game, most likely being played on the 25th of October. Not sure yet where they would play, as Freeman was taken off of the ball. And
Ooh.
that's going to be a handball in the penalty box. So that's going to give Deering a chance at a goal.
Well, and as I've said throughout the season, the Deering players need to rush the net when that ball is kicked, just in case the goalie stops it and pushes the ball out, that they could get on the rebound. So they got to be prepared for that. Once that ball's kicked, you got to rush the net.
Elsa Freeman on the dot. Lydia Spear and that's in the back of the net, so Deering gets a goal with 15 minutes and 6 seconds left on the clock. So Deering does not walk away goalless.
Well, and a rule is a rule. You can't use your hand.
With 24:54 expired in the second half. Deering's goal, scored by number 18, Elsa Freeman.
It's out of there, out of bounds. But yeah, for Deering, they could play any number of teams. The top 4 seeds do get a bye in the tournament. 12 teams make it. And so it could be any team. Could be Scarborough, Falmouth, Cheverus, Thornton Academy. Any one of those teams could be that 5th seed. And so Deering's going to have to wait until they finalize the standings to see where they are going to travel to. But for any one of those teams, you look at this Deering team, and it's going to be a tough first match for any one of those teams.
Yeah, they're all battle-tested, and but all you got to do is make the tournament, and anything can happen.
Landry will bring it up in space. We'll kick it up. And we'll see if it has enough momentum to go out. And it barely rolls over.
I know the defender's like, go, go, go. And the daring player's like, can I get there? And we got a good-sized crowd here tonight.
Freeman trying to bring it down, and it's going to fall to Oriana, and it's going to go out of bounds for a Deering throw under 12 minutes to go.
Well, that was a good force play right there to get the throw in.
May Emery will throw the ball in. Levine trying to get the ball away. It's up the field. Landry will see what. And Landry with a great block of the ball to get it out.
Yeah, great defense.
It's kicked back to Spear. And pass intended for Bailey Hatch goes out. 10.5 minutes to go. Levine getting it to Garcia. Levine will bring it down.
Yeah, it'd be nice if Derry could put a little something together here. Maybe pop a second goal.
And couldn't quite get to it. 10 minutes on the clock. Garcia will get it in the middle of the field. Freeman getting by the defender, bringing it to the middle of the field, trying to get it to Garcia, and Spear able to get to that one.
Well, that was a good developing play. Maybe next time. Ooh.
And a hard foul. Freeman will get it back. Yeah, it would be nice for Deering to get a couple more chances down the field.
Returning for Gorham is number 16, Hadley Flores. Entering the lineup for Deering is number 14, Natalia Manu.
And today is a full moon. The moon is just peeking over the trees.
Yeah, maybe we'll get it in time before the game ends.
It's launched in there. It takes a Gorham bounce. And Oriana keeps it, trying to get it to Garcia. And out of bounds on Gorham.
Great defense.
Returning for Gorham is number 15, Ashley Conley. And returning to the line for the Rams, number 23, Amir Lowe.
Six and a half minutes to go. Levine with the ball. Trying to get it to Russo, but Deering putting it back down the field. And that's going to be a foul. And it's just starting to get over the trees.
I think it'll make it before the game ends. But you could always do a 45-minute wrap-up to give it time to get over the trees, right?
Yeah. There are some tall trees here at Memorial.
Yeah, you know, joking around, they are very tall trees here at Memorial, but when Steve Schwartz graduated from here, they were just saplings.
Four and a half minutes to go. Gorham with the throw. It is 4-1 Gorham over Deering. And
Ooh.
Great plays by Bailey Hatch. And that ends up in the back of the net. So hustle by Bailey Hatch puts 5 on the board for Gorham.
Yeah, that was a tough one for the goalie for Deering. Got a hand on it, but didn't get it completely flat. So the ball went off the side of her wrist into the net.
And the only thing that hasn't been decided is what the final score is going to be with just under 3.5 minutes to go. But Gorham will come away with the win, being up by 4 goals. And it's a foul.
I think we got a better shot of that moon now. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. We may not have $1 million camera like some of those football cameras on Monday Night Football, but hey, it's still the same moon, and we got a shot of it.
Headed away. 2.5 minutes to go here on senior night.
Well, and both teams are still playing hard. They're playing to the whistle.
And this Deering team definitely does not have any quit in them, no matter what the score is. And hit, and it's going to roll out for a goal kick. 1.5 minutes to go.
No, I think it's going to be a corner.
Okay, it is a corner, so it must have taken a deflection.
I thought it did. I wasn't sure. Gorham hadn't hustled down yet, but maybe they're just wasting a little bit of time.
Comes in. It was on the near post. It's crossed back in, and that one is going to be a goal kick under a minute to go.
Yeah, those balls crossed in front of the net have been very dangerous for Deering all night.
Throw in. 25 seconds to go. And most likely Gorham will hold the ball. And the horn will sound here at Memorial.
Final score. Under the Hunter's Moon here at Memorial Field.
And the final score is Gorham 5, Deering 1. And this was definitely a tough game for Deering.
Well, I think that they played as well as expected due to the fact that they were playing a really good team. And, they showed some spark in there. But, when you're playing a team that is as good as this team is, you can look at the score and say, hey, it was 5-1. But you know what? When you play hard and you make it difficult for them to score those 5 goals, that's the part. You play the game, and whatever the score is whatever the score is. Everybody plays hard. Darren played hard. It's just Gorham put 5 on the board.
Yeah, and we'll definitely have to watch where Deering plays in the first tournament game, but it's not going to be any easier than this game. So they're going to have to work on just the little things on getting the balls, instead of going straight up, making them 50-50, working their way down the field.
Yeah, soccer's one of those games where timing is everything. The pass has got to be perfect. You got to hit someone as they're running at full speed. You got to get it past defenders. It's not the easy game or the boring game sometimes that people call it. There's a lot of strategy to this game. And, we've seen games where it's been 0-0 or 1-0, and that doesn't mean that there wasn't a lot of action on the field. It just means that you have a couple of good teams that just know what to do.
Yeah, and tough one for the seniors here on senior night. There were 6: Emery Lowe, Annika Ginn, Elsa Freeman, Violet Bloom Levine, Maya Landry, and Isa Garcia. It's been a pleasure to watch them over the years of us doing these games. There is still more soccer to play, so the season's not over just yet, but their Memorial Field play has come to an end for this season.
Yeah, because there's not a chance where they've landed in the standings to have another game here. As you said, their last regular season games on the road, and then everything on the road in the playoffs. So, yeah, this is it. And I'm glad that we were able to make it tonight to be able to film the senior night, so that the players and the families can now have this forever. As long as YouTube stays around, it'll be there.
Yep. But Gorham comes out on top 5-1 over Deering, saying so long. This has been a production of WPPS TV3 Portland Public Schools. Saying goodnight.
Thank you very much for watching, and thank John Coyne for everything he does too for this Darren soccer team.